This week, the Misfit Travelers set sail for Japan, but before we even made it, everything changed. This week, the Misfit Travelers are heading to Japan, exploring the world one Misfit adventure at a time. The Misfit Travelers booked a 17-day one-way cruise from Los Angeles to Japan, with stops planned in northern Japan before ending in Tokyo. But before reaching Japan, the Misfit Travelers spent 11 straight days at sea. So by the time land finally appeared, we were more than ready. During those 11 days, the Misfit Travelers crossed the international date line, and leading up to it, the ship actually moved the clocks forward an hour each day to help us adjust. Then when we crossed, we literally lost an entire day. Just like that. And after that, the time kept shifting forward as we got closer to Japan. Have you ever experienced that? It was such a weird feeling, but way better than jet lag. Life on board for the Misfit Travelers was pretty incredible. We were sailing on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas, with a balcony room on the 13th floor, meals at the Windjammer, and yes, the pizza at Sorrento's was totally worth it. Even with cold weather and rough seas, we kept going back to the outdoor bar. Shout out to Glenn and Samuel. They took care of the Misfit Travelers the entire trip. Be honest, after 11 days at sea, are you relaxing or going a little crazy? But before reaching Japan, the Misfit Travelers witnessed something unexpected. Someone had to be airlifted off the ship by the Japanese Coast Guard. It was intense, and something you don't see every day. Have you ever seen that happen? When the Misfit Travelers finally arrived in Japan after 11 days at sea, it was our first time, and the welcome was incredible. Locals greeted us with signs and gifts, and we immediately started exploring shrines, local shops, and our first konbini stop for rice balls and snacks. If it's your first time in Japan, what would be the first thing you're doing? The next day, the Misfit Travelers explored even more. An Edo period village filled with characters and ninja shows. And the Valley of Hell, which, yeah, smelled exactly how you'd expect. Then, everything changed for the Misfit Travelers. The captain announced a super cyclone was heading toward Tokyo, so the cruise would stay at sea for 3 extra days to avoid it. At first, it sounded like more vacation, but then it hit us. The Misfit Travelers were about to miss Tokyo and our Ghibli Museum tour plans. So the Misfit Travelers had to decide, stay on the ship for 3 more days, or leave in northern Japan with no real plan. What would you do? The Misfit Travelers chose to leave. Guest services was packed. People everywhere, but the crew and Japanese officials handled everything incredibly smoothly. And just like that, we got off the ship in Hakodate, Japan. Hakodate is a fishing town, so vegetarian options were limited, but right across from the hotel was a 7-Eleven. And honestly, the Misfit Travelers' first real meals in Japan came from there. Rice, tofu sticks, and onigiri. Would you try convenience store food in Japan? The next day, the Misfit Travelers made their way to the station, took a local train, and then their first Shinkansen, traveling under the ocean on the way to Tokyo. And somehow, after all of that, the Misfit Travelers made it to Tokyo on the exact day we were supposed to arrive. So be honest, would you have stayed on the cruise or done what the Misfit Travelers did? What's next for the Misfit Travelers? Time to rest? No! The Misfits are heading to explore Tokyo and even more of Japan. And let's just say, things get even more interesting from here. Until next time, fellow Misfits.
Don't forget to show support and click below
to subscribe to the Misfit Travelers channel. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.